you are happy. Give us the go ahead, please.
Yeah, just 1 minute, sir.
Sir, we are live.
Okay, we are live. Good morning, everybody. We from welcome you all on. So okay. May I request Mr. Sunil Parekh?
I can't hear you, Pankaj. Pankaj, I cannot hear you.
Hello.
Yes, I cannot hear you.
Yeah. Now can you hear me?
Yes, now you are clear.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I would request Shri Sunil Parekh, who is the co-chair FICCI Gujarat State Council and member of FICCI National Executive Council, to begin with the welcome address. Shri Sunil Parekh ji, please.
Good afternoon, friends, and a very warm welcome to all the attendees for joining this virtual roadshow of Prarambh, Startup India International Summit today. The roadshow is being conducted to spread awareness regarding the main event Prarambh, which will be held virtually on January 15th and 16th, 2021. I extend my greetings and welcome Shri Dr. S. Krishna Chaitanya, Director Industries, Trade and Commerce, Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman.
Sir, you are on mute. You have gone on mute.
I have not gone on mute. Someone has muted everybody.
No. Now it's open.
Okay.
Yeah.
I extend my greetings and welcome to Dr. S. Krishna Chaitanya, Director Industries, Trade and Commerce, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, then Daman and Diu. And to Shri Pawan Agarwal, Vice President of the Daman Industries Association, my colleague from industry, and Miss Nikita Gupta from Invest India, and all other distinguished guests. I am delighted to know and share that the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Government of India, is hosting Prarambh, the Startup India International Summit, to celebrate the 5th anniversary of Startup India, launched by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Bhai Modi on January 16th, 2016. The Startup India initiative has provided a huge impetus to the startup ecosystem of the country. Today, India has emerged as the 3rd largest ecosystem in the world, with startup contributing immensely to the innovation-driven growth of the Indian economy. India is also home to 30+ unicorns, with many more startups entering the unicorn club even during the difficult period of the pandemic 2020. In line with the Honorable Prime Minister vision of startups for every district, India now has more than 40,884 startups recognized across 586 districts from all 28 states and 8 union territories across India. Startup India has been successful in igniting the minds of young innovators and entrepreneurs across the country. The current median age of our founder entrepreneur is only about 31 years. These startups have also come from more than 48 industrial sectors. The Indian startup ecosystem has seen substantial growth in not only the metro cities, but across the length and breadth of the country. Of these 40,000 odd recognized startups, 55% come from Tier 1 city, 45% come from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Today, 30 states and union territories altogether have their own startup policies to nurture and scale homegrown startups in their respective regions. In addition to creating a policy-led enabling ecosystem environment, we have also worked hard to create a market for our entrepreneurs. At the government e-marketplace called GEM portal, 4,000+ startups have already registered to offer their goods and services to various government organizations and public sector undertakings. Tenders less than 200 crores across India are now restricted for domestic suppliers only. that COVID-19 pandemic has exponentially increased the importance of entrepreneurship and innovation. Entrepreneurship is an adaptive wildcard in the complex, emerging, and uncertain post-COVID-19 world. How entrepreneurs seize opportunities and take risks increases the range of options available to the world as it navigates through these difficult times. One of the greatest examples is that today, India has become the world's second largest personal protection equipment PPE manufacturer, with the industry already reaching worth 7,000 crores, with 1,100 manufacturers producing 450,000 units daily. From import dependence when the COVID happened to now net exporters in less than 8 months is a very big tribute and to the success story of Indian entrepreneurship. The smartest and toughest will survive and come out stronger in the post-COVID world. Many Indian startups have been able to modify their business plans and create business continuity models. Several startups have seen an opportunity in current times. Startups are developing innovative, low-cost solutions in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, right from sanitizers, tracing apps, low-cost ventilators, disinfection of masks, and amongst many other ways of detection of the disease itself. Many startups quickly adopted their operations to meet the current market demand. For example, a company called Saral Designs, a FICCI Millennium Alliance portfolio startup manufacturing low-cost sanitary pads, is now manufacturing 3-ply surgical masks with the help from the automotive team of Mahindra Group, who is also a member of FICCI. The tie-up between Mahindra is aimed at fast-tracking the production process to aid healthcare workers and medical staff who are at the front line dealing with life-threatening and fast-spreading COVID-19. FICCI, through its Millennium Alliance initiative, is also enabling the Indian innovators to share their innovative solutions in the COVID-19 epidemic with our friends in Africa and various countries in Southeast Asia too. I would like to mention that we have seen young entrepreneurs from Daman and Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Andaman and Nicobar Islands coming forward to address developmental challenges of the Union territories with innovative solutions. We believe that the Indian startups will continue to create new sustainable and global businesses in the years to come. We feel that the key players of the ecosystem can pave the way to nurture an environment for startups and budding entrepreneurs that stimulates and sustains the enterprises in the long term. I can confidently say that startups are going to play a significant role in making India truly Atmanirbhar. I have personally been part of the development of the startup ecosystem in Gujarat since 2015-16 and have been a witness to the economic benefit of the same movement. Gujarat was a pioneer in developing venture financing way back in the late 1990s. It started with a new policy, has now 33 incubators, has over 253 startups, and has funded 35 crores as of date as angel funding for all these startups. I see from the Startup India website that Andaman and Nicobar Islands already have an ecosystem and a policy framework. I would also urge Sri Chaitanya ji to develop a similar startup policy program and venture fund alongside incubators and mentors, all elements of a successful ecosystem. We in FICCI and Nikita ji from Invest India can help if required in taking the states and the union territories to the next level. The Prarambh Summit will not only bring together the iconic Indian and global entrepreneurs and industry leaders, but also enable startups to understand the vital factors for us creating a successful entrepreneur journey. We are assured that the interaction through the pitching sessions scheduled during the summit will prove to be a great enabler for the startups. My friends, I would like to inform you that if you want to get inspired, if you want to learn, if you want to grow, if you want to develop new ideas, and very, very importantly, network, then alongside the exhibition to exhibit your own products, then this is the place that you need to come and attend the program to be able to participate actively and take advantage of this wonderful program put up by Startup India and DPIIT. The Union Territory of Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu has a large presence of industries across sectors such as polyester, cotton yarn, pharmaceuticals, plastics. It has recorded close to $3.8 billion worth of exports in 1920. The presence of large number of MSMEs, upcoming educational institutions, and the increasing adoption of digital modes of learning and knowledge dissemination provides for an able infrastructure for entrepreneurial ecosystem to go further. As being part of Zydus Cadila Healthcare Limited, we have investments in these union territories and can help in whatever we can. I would also like to place on record the very supportive role that the administration has played with the industry during this difficult period of COVID-19. We will hear from Daman Industries Association, Shri Pavan Agarwal, and the Department of Industries, Trade and Commerce of Dadra, Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu regarding current initiatives and incentives provided for an entrepreneurial ecosystem to develop further in these 3 union territories. I encourage the startups of all these 3 territories to actively participate in the Prarambh Summit being virtually held, once again I repeat, January 15th and 16th, to interact with some of the best minds of the global entrepreneurial ecosystem. Once again, I, on behalf of FICCI and on my personal behalf, welcome all the participants to this excellent program, the Prarambh Summit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sunil bhai, for an excellent opening remarks and bringing and creating the tone for the roadshow. Now I would like to request Shri Pavan Agarwal ji, who is the Vice President of Daman Industries Association, for his address, please. Shri Pavan Agarwal. Sir, you need to unmute. Sir,
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go
Can
ahead.
you hear me? नमस्कार। देश के सबसे 10 फेवरेट स्टेट्स में इन्वेस्टमेंट फेवरेट स्टेट दमन से मैं आपका स्वागत करता हूं। आपको जहां तक पता है कि देश में सबसे ज्यादा शांतिपूर्वक इस प्रदेश में है, इंडस्ट्री चलाने का सबसे अच्छा एटमॉस्फेयर है, हमारे यहाँ पावर सेक्टर है, पावर सस्ती है, मैन पावर सस्ती है, एम्प्लॉयमेंट ज्यादा से ज्यादा हमारे स्टेट में उपलब्ध है। जहां तक रही नई एंटरप्रेन्योर और स्टार्टअप के आगे आने की बात, तो मैं आपको बताऊं कि आपदा में अवसर जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का विजन है इस देश के लिए, इस पूरे कोविड काल में आपने देखा होगा 7-8 महीनों में जिस तरीके से हमारे प्रदेश में हमारे माननीय प्रशासक श्री प्रफुल्ल पटेल जी ने और उनकी टीम ने जिस तरीके से इन उद्योगों के प्रति अपनी नजरिया, अपनी सॉफ्ट नजरिया और एक सपोर्टिंग नजरिया अपनाई है, आज यही कारण है कि हमारा उद्योग तेजी से फल फूल रहा है। और हमारे इस कोविड काल के महामारी के समय भी हमारे इस रेवेन्यू पार्ट में भी 60% से ज्यादा का इजाफा हुआ है। ये एक सबसे बड़ा एग्जाम्पल है कि हमारा प्रदेश दमन और दीव और दादरा नगर हवेली किस तरीके से ग्रो कर रहा है। मैं स्टार्टअप की बात करूं कि जहां तक हमारे देश की जो 55 से 60% की जनता जो है वो यंग है, आज उसको एक सही मार्गदर्शन की जरूरत है। और कहां पर इंडस्ट्री लगाए, कैसे लगाएं, वित्त कैसे मिलेगा, काम कैसे होगा, लैंड कैसे मिलेगी, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कैसे डेवलप होगा, गवर्नमेंट के लाइसेंसिंग कैसे होगी, इसका एक जीता जागता उदाहरण हमारे दमन से बेहतर इस देश में कुछ भी नहीं है। और हम आपको बताएं कि अगर सही में अगर देश में कुछ अगर एक एंटरप्रेन्योर को आगे आना है, एक उद्योग लगाना है, तो हमारे दमन एक हेवन जैसा है, क्योंकि हमारे पास लैंड है छोटी इंडस्ट्रीज के, खास करके स्टार्टअप के लिए। सारे नेशनलाइज बैंकों के बड़े ऑफिसर यहाँ होते हैं और उनकी ब्रांचेज हैं। स्किल के लिए हमारे यहाँ जो गवर्नमेंट के ITI वगैरह जितने भी ट्रेनिंग सेंटर्स अवेलेबल हैं, वहां से आपको मैन पावर मिलता है, मार्केट अवेलेबल है। सूरत और बॉम्बे जैसे बड़े बाजार हमारे दमन के पास में, गुजरात और महाराष्ट्र का, तो हमें माल बेचने की उतनी चिंता नहीं, उतनी टेंशन नहीं लेनी पड़ती। एयरपोर्ट नजदीक है, एयरपोर्ट हमारा नजदीक है, सूरत और बॉम्बे दोनों एयरपोर्ट हमारे बहुत क्लोजर हैं। तो इस तरीके से हम कह सकते हैं कि दमन हमारा एक स्टार्टअप के लिए एक आइडियल सेटअप पॉइंट है। और जहां तक रही बात कि क्या बनाओ, कैसे बनाओ, आज प्लास्टिक की आज 2200-2300 फैक्ट्रियां में दमन में कम से कम 900 से 1000 प्लास्टिक की फैक्ट्रियां हैं, दवाइयों की फैक्ट्रियां हैं, टेक्सटाइल की फैक्ट्रियां, इनकी एंसिलरी यूनिट का भी काम हमारे यहाँ बहुत बड़ा एक बाजार है, एक बहुत बड़ा मार्केट प्लेस है जहां पर स्टार्टअप कोई भी हुआ आके अपना भाग्य, अपनी स्किल को आगे डेवलप करके ला सकता है, एक बहुत बड़ा है। तो चीजों को इस तरह से हमें पॉजिटिव एंगल से अगर हम सोचते हैं तो हमारा दमन दीव और जो दादरा नगर हवेली का एक स्थापित मार्केट, करीबन 5000 फैक्ट्रियों का क्लस्टर आपके लिए वेलकम है, और एक सबसे बड़ा स्टार्टअप, किसी के लिए देश का स्टार्टअप के लिए सबसे बड़ा एक गेटवे हो सकता है। तो मैं सबसे निवेदन करूंगा कि आप दमन आइए, दमन के प्रशासन को, दमन की चीजों को, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को देखिए, नजदीक से उसको गौर कीजिए, नजदीक से एक्सपीरियंस कीजिए। थैंक यू। जी सर, आप सुन रहे हैं मुझे?
हाँ जी सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू पवन अग्रवाल जी, आपने सबको दमन के बारे में बताया। नाउ आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट श्री एस कृष्ण चैतन्य, डायरेक्टर इंडस्ट्रीज, ट्रेड एंड कॉमर्स, दादरा नगर हवेली एंड दमन एंड दीव, फॉर हिज एड्रेस प्लीज।
Good morning and welcome everyone. This is a very good program organized by FICCI for creating awareness as well as information about Startup India, so that the scheme picks up very well. We in Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu are continuously striving for creating an industry friendly atmosphere, and we hope that these initiatives of UT administration be well publicized all over the country, and all industry association members take a note that Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu is a very good investment friendly destination. We are also framing a new startup policy as well as a new industrial policy, which will be very soon coming into place. So we hope that these incentives and the good law and order situation and the online systems developed in this UT administration will be a good beginning for the entire industrial setup in the country. So we hope that these initiatives are well utilized by the industry association, and these initiatives be taken forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me add that the administration in this Dadra Nagar Haveli and Andaman Nicobar and this have been very, very supportive, specifically during the COVID period. So thank you, Director Ji, and please convey our thanks also to the Secretary Industries, Mr. Muthamma, and to Shri Praful Bhai, who have personally taken interest to make sure that all the industries and the economic activities in the states were protected. I think Dadra Nagar Haveli was one of the few union territories where there was almost no case of COVID right up to April and March and April, and I think that was a very, very positive sign. And I agree with Pavanji that it's a mini heaven that you have created, and we are thankful to you. Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words.
We are still trying to improve whatever are the deficiencies, whatever come to our notice, as well as what are brought to our notice by the industry association, which is very active here. Ramesh ji is the president, he is also here, and whatever the association brings up to us, we are also continuously trying to better things, and hopefully things will be moving in a forward direction. Yeah, thank
Sir,
you.
we would urge you to develop the startup ecosystem at the earliest possible with a policy and a program. And for doing this, we can certainly help you both from FICCI and from Invest India. Gujarat, as you know, has been a pioneer, and Nikita ji from Invest India can easily bring to bear resources to help you with policy documents, programs, budgets, how to create a venture fund, how to encourage incubators and mentors, and create an ecosystem so as to assist our young people in these two union territories, just the way Andaman and Nicobar has done. So we would urge you, sir, and we would like to help you if you need any help in going forward on this, so that we can develop this as quickly as possible. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll be in touch with Nikita ji. Yeah.
So just to add on here, Chaitanya ji, FICCI can always help in creating this industrial policy and your startup policy, because we have been working on these policies for various states. Even for the Gujarat state, we have worked along with the government of Gujarat for this.
Okay. Thank you. Definitely we'll take your suggestions. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Ramesh is also there. May I request him for a few words? Mr. Ramesh Kundnani, who's the president of Daman Association.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Myself, Ramesh Kundnani. I'm President DIA. Actually, we were having another meeting here. So just to start, before start that meeting, Mr. Chaitanya told us that we should first attend this meeting. So on my part, Mr. Pawan Agarwal was there. As he told, there are possibilities. Yes, of course. But at present, we are doing all the betterment with the coordination of government, local administration. And as your the chairman told that Praful Bhai Patel and our administrator sir and honorable administrator and Madam Muthamad, they all are taking good steps. As you need the policies also there, which was made in 2015, and it is renewed, I think in 20. It is under process. So the policy for MSME and for all all are there. Mr. Chaitanya, as you told, he will provide you before the summit. And what other can be done? That means we were thinking to make electronic hubs or texturizers hub, etc. That we were thinking of to make here around our union territory or in the Dadra Nagar Haveli or Daman, wherever the possibility of this the land is available. So these two, three things are to be developed: electronic hub and texturizer. For texturizing, there are means allotment of units in Dadra Nagar Haveli. For electronic hub, we are thinking here in Daman. So it is now giving us more chances because under Atmanirbhar Bharat, we can make more things in our India. And also, as soon as we have started with this Atmanirbhar, our capacities of turnover of our companies has increased also. And day by day, it is increasing in our union territory of particularly Daman. Thank you, sir. We are short of time, so please.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And now may I request Nikita Gupta for the presentation, please.
Thank you, Pankaj-ji. Can I request your team to pull up the presentation and share their screen?
Yeah, ma'am, just give me a sec. I'm just going to present my screen now. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Radhika.
Yeah, ma'am, can you see now?
I
No,
can't
we
see
can
the...
only see your folder, not the presentation.
Oh, okay. Actually, I've just shared it. Just give me a sec, sir.
We still can't see the presentation, Radhika.
Actually, I'm accessing it from my end. I think there's some issue. Just give me a sec, ma'am. I'm so sorry. Just give me a sec.
Nikita, can you try in the meantime if it can be shared from your end? You're also.
Ritika, my laptop actually has an issue sharing screen, so that's why it shared the. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it has come. It has come.
Yeah, it has come.
Yeah. Uh, is it okay now? Can you see?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Absolutely
Okay.
okay.
I think
Go
everybody
ahead.
can see.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nikita Gupta, and I'm here to take a short presentation on the Startup India benefits, the upcoming Startup India International Summit and National Startup Awards. Startup India is a flagship initiative by Government of India, which was launched in January 2016. It and the Startup India International Summit, like Sunil ji shared, marks our 5th-year anniversary. The initiative was launched to build a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovations and startups in our country. And the initiative has not only brought a sharp focus on startups, but it has also catalyzed the ecosystem and encouraged entrepreneurs to build innovative solutions for Indian and global needs. As Can we go on the next slide, please?
Yeah, ma'am.
No, the slide before this. Thank
Okay.
you.
This one?
As you can see on your screens, India is currently the third largest ecosystem. There's a startup present across the length and the breadth of the country, and we are no longer just startup ecosystem hubs in tier 1 cities. In fact, 45% of the startups in our country today come from tier 2 and tier 3 cities. The average age of the founder in India is 31 years, which is a drastically younger startup ecosystem than anywhere in the world. And this shows that we have so much young potential that is trying to change the world and make rural and grassroots impact. Each of these startups have, on an average, create about 12 jobs. Given that we have recognized 41,000 startups in India so far, you can just imagine the number of jobs created by these startups on an average. We've not only seen that with this initiative, India is becoming a country of job creators rather than job seekers. India has seen innovations across sectors and stages, with more and more unicorns being added in a different sector each year. Can we go on the next slide, please? A key point in the action plan that was launched by the Honorable Prime Minister was how do we define a startup and to set up a process of differentiating a startup from any other company incorporated in India. So far, we have a 4-point definition, which was recently revised in February 2019, that sets apart any company incorporated in India and a startup. This 4-point definition includes the entity type, the age, the turnover, and the nature of the activity. Can we go on the next slide, please? And the process of getting a DPIT recognition is fairly simple and it is completely online. All you have to do is, if you meet this 4-point definition, fill an online form on www.startupindia.gov.in and upload all the relevant documents. If all the documents are correct, then the recognition is granted in as short a period as 48 hours. With over 40,000 plus startups recognized, the recognition highlights innovators and innovations of our country. Moreover, because of DPIT recognition, startups in our country can enable a host and can access a host of benefits that are offered by DPIT and Startup India. All the documents that you need to avail this DPIT recognition include your registration certificate, the details of the directors, a proof of concept, which could be a pitch deck, a website, the PAN number, the patent and trademark details. And it's a very simple form. Going to the next slide, please, Radhika. This leads us to the Startup India International Summit. The Startup India International Summit is called Prarambh. Prarambh in Hindi stands for a word that signifies an auspicious start or to begin. This summit actually wants to bring India on the global map as a startup destination, as well as bring India's entrepreneurial forces on the global map. The summit also marks the 5th anniversary of the Startup India initiative and lays a foundation for multilateral cooperation and engagement with multiple countries across the globe. This is a 2-day summit with over 200 marquee speakers from across 25 different countries and 24 unique sessions. Can we please go on the next slide? The objectives of this session are listed on your screen. They include from encouraging young entrepreneurs to sharing best practices between global players as well as stakeholders from the Indian startup ecosystem. There's an innovation showcase to highlight unique startups from India, and there are multilateral and multi-country level panels that promote knowledge sharing between different countries. Can we go on the next slide, please? This is a completely virtual summit that all of you can attend, and it's on the 15th and 16th of January. Please mark your calendars and please grace us with your presence. These are some key highlights of the summit, and you can choose to attend the sessions of your preference, and you can choose to interact with some marquee stakeholders and learn and get inspired about the startup ecosystem. Can we please go on the next slide? The inaugural session of the Startup India International Summit will see participation from all the BIMSTEC countries and will be inaugurated by the Honorable Commerce and Industry Minister. Can we please go on the next slide? And the grand plenary session will be concluding the entire summit. It is likely to be graced with the presence of the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, and it will also set the way forward for the Startup India initiative. Can we go on the next slide, please? Now, I would like to talk to you a little about the startup state ranking framework. This framework is an important exercise that has been taken by DPIT, and it was launched in 2018. The key objective of this exercise is to encourage the states and the union territories to take steps to build a startup ecosystem in their regions. The implementation of the states ranking framework was essentially to build capacity development, focusing on dissemination of best practices, mutual learning among the states, and creating healthy competition for supporting startups. The ranking framework has proved to be a very effective tool in creating an ecosystem that supports innovation and entrepreneurship across the country. The 3rd edition of the state ranking framework was launched in December 2022. We have made a significant improvement in categorization of states, scoring methodology, and process of collection and evaluation of feedback. The framework consists of 7 broad reform areas that you can see on your screen. The best performing states in this exercise are grading in each of the reform areas. In fact, as a result of, owing to the growing capacities in the states, individual officers have also been awarded for their significant contribution in the last ranking exercise. Can I move to the next slide, please? This brings us to the National Startup Awards. These awards are to recognize unique innovation in India, and they were launched, the first leg of these awards were launched in 2020. I think we missed the slide. Radhika, could you go to the previous slide? No, that's okay. Just go to the next slide, please. And yeah, the startups awarded in 2020 were handhold, and they were provided support by DPIT across various pillars. Some of the success stories of the National Startup Awards 2020 have been highlighted here, but these are only two startups among 194 that were facilitated and awarded. Can we go to the next slide, please? As a result, National Startup Awards have been again announced in 2021, and they have 15 sectors and 49 subsectors and six special category awards. These sectors are all on your screen, and you can see if your solutions matches any of these sectors, then you're encouraged to apply for the National Startup Awards. A cash prize of INR 5 lakhs shall be awarded to one winning startup in each subsector, and the winner and two runners-up shall be given the opportunity to present solutions to public authorities. A cash grant of INR 15 lakhs will be awarded to an incubator and an accelerator as well. Can we go to the next slide, please? These are the special categories that have been highlighted on the screen. These categories are of key importance to our country, and we look forward to having each of you whose solution is relevant apply to the National Startup Awards 2021. Can we go to the next slide, please? Thank you for joining me for this presentation. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. But we really encourage all of you to attend the Startup India International Summit on January 15th and 16th. It's going to be a great inspiration to all startups. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikita. And now we can take some questions if there are. Any questions? Nikita, I think if you can also share who out of the list of the speakers we had put in, how many have confirmed and who have confirmed, so that could possibly motivate the startups to join the session.
Pankajji, thank you for the question. I think all these details about the speakers can be found on the website. They have to fill a simple form there to register, and they have the session details, including various sessions on academia, women entrepreneurship, corporate investor connect, and they can see the confirmed speaker names there as well.
Okay.
I think in order to, to take Pankaj's point further, in the email that we received, we have the following names that are expected to speak, and therefore this will excite some of the young people. One is Mr. John Chambers, who is Chairman Emeritus of Cisco. The second is Mr. Elon Musk from California, the founder of Tesla cars. Then Mr. Dr. Desh Deshpande, who is a board member of the MIT Corporation and co-chairman of President Obama's National Advisory Council on Entrepreneurship. Then Dr. Muhammad Yunus, who founded the Grameen Bank and started the movement of microfinance in the world from Bangladesh. Then Dr. Kiran Shaw Majmudar, who is the founder of Biocon and is a leading figure in the area of life sciences. Ms. Indra Nui, who was the former chairperson and CEO in US of PepsiCo. Mr. Manoj Kohli, country head of SoftBank. Mr. Rajan Anandan, managing director of Sequoia Capital. Mr. Sanjeev Bikhchandani, the co-founder of InfoEdge and Naukri.com. And Mr. Vijay Shekhar Sharma, whom we all know for his Paytm. And I'm sure, as Nikita mentioned, there are many more names that have confirmed. So it's going to be a galaxy of speakers who will actually share their journey and will be able to inspire and tell you about how we can go forward and take this movement forward in your own individual startups. Thank you.
So
let's encourage people to ask questions. I think if someone wants to raise your hand, but they are on YouTube no? Or Facebook. How do you?
Yeah.
How, if people are not on this platform, how do you ask them on the platform?
So we had opened the YouTube chat box to put in any questions that the audience has. So as far as I see, there are no questions specifically to any speaker. So I think it was all in all a good without any query session. I would request Pankaj sir then to give the vote of thanks and conclude the session.
Thank you.
Okay. So I would like to thank Shri Sunil Parekh ji for his welcome address. I would also take the opportunity to thank the director, Director of Industries, Trade and Commerce, Shri S. Krishna Chaitanya. I would also like to thank Shri Pawan Agarwal ji, Vice President, Daman Industries, and also the President, Mr. Ramesh, who joined for a few minutes. And I'm sure people who have attended this session will take advantage of this Aram event, which is coming up on the in the next week. And I would like to thank everybody for this, for joining this session, and thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikita, for a wonderful presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikita. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Parekh sir. Thank you, Pankaj sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.